Good evening all, hope we are all doing well. Why on earth is that not working? 2 minutes. Oh no. What a disaster. Oh! We've got some video. Oh, that's gone on here. Oh, we've got a what a mess. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. We will have a video feed. Oh my god. Professional streamer here, guys. I promise you. There we go. What a weird little glitch that was. We've never had that before. That was a little bit strange. Right, I hope we're all good. Well, we have had that before. Many, many times on this channel have we had a glitch like that before. Hope we are all doing well. Welcome along, everybody, to another Monday night stream. Now, we missed last week because I decided to try and chop my finger off. Trying to cut a hole. You can't quite see it, but there's some storage units behind me. Trying to cut a hole in the back of the storage units. I stupidly decided that a kitchen knife would be good to just hack at the bit of card that kind of runs down the back, and it actually was, and it cut out a hole, and then the next time round it didn't quite work as well as I thought, and then I basically almost sliced my finger off. But a week later it's still not quite mended. If anyone's squeamish I probably wouldn't look, but I don't know if it's going to pull focus to it. It's probably not going to. Yeah, it's not going to. Anyways, it's kind of almost there, so we're all good to race. I have been cleared on medical grounds that I can race, as long as I don't have to give it too quick an armful of opposite lock, because if that gear shift paddle gets into that cut, you're going to hear me scream and reach a note that you've never heard a man reach in his life. But anyways, other than that, I hope we're all doing well. Rick, how we doing? Hope we're all good. Good to see you back. Yes, likewise, buddy. Thank you so much. It's good to be back, as they say. Now then, Daily Race C. I'm not sure what we make of this one. It's my kind of race, to be honest. I do love this track. And I'm always a fan of a pit stop being thrown into the race and into the mix. So I'm never going to complain about that. Let me turn the volume down. Oh god, no, it's too loud now. There we go. Go! Oh, it's a good launch. It is a good launch in the GTR here. Oh, we've been nudged there. We've been given. Who needs a slipstream when we've got a bump draft? That is nicely done as well. We're to the inside. We're going to have that. P10. Here we go. Jonathan, how are we doing? Hope we're all well. Hope we are all well. How was your holiday, buddy? Hopefully it was good. Right, we've got someone to the inside here. We're going to try and hang it around the outside, which is not quite going to happen. I was just going to say, hopefully he doesn't understeer there. And it's not us that needs to worry about that one. So it turns out it's O2 who gets hit. Oh, and then we're going to manage to slide down there as he hits the brakes. Well, this has ended up an absolutely crazy kind of lap already. Oh, Oat's going to the inside there. He manages that one nicely. Right, we're somehow back down to P11, which I think is where we started. How's the finger? It's getting there, mate. It's getting there. It's a little bit better. Well, it's a lot better than what it was, but at the point of where it was at yesterday, I still wouldn't have been able to race British Heart Foundation. But it's sort of, kind of, almost nearly there. So as long as I don't hit it on the wheel tonight, which is a risk, but for a Monday night stream, it is a risk I'm willing to take. I think we should be hopefully okay. Right, the question is, for race number 1, do we go into the pits nice and early? Do we go for an undercut? Or do we try and hang it out? Are we going to need to change tyres? All of the questions which at the minute I do not have answers for. Well, we've been clobbered there. All good. We carry on. Been doing any filming? We've been doing a little bit for the channel. Managed to get a couple of videos which weren't me driving, but actually chatting and reviewing and reacting and all that sort of stuff. And then we have been doing a little bit of filming as well for the channel, where we've done a trip. We've done a trip up to Scotland. I think I mentioned that we'd done the Race Against the Sun, the old Top Gear Clarkson challenge. We replicated that a couple of weeks back. So that's getting edited at the moment, which is really good fun. It was really good fun. And then we basically adopted, people will be excited to hear this one, we adopted the Top Gear indestructible Toyota. And the video on that one is coming soon, which is possibly one of the most videos that I'm most excited about for the channel. No tyre change needed, stay on the same set. Alrighty then. Well, we could do a early pit stop then. Might as well go G70. Yeah, well, I'd seen that the GTR was top of the timing boards, which I know it's a good car around here, but maybe the G70 just has the edge on it. Or maybe it doesn't. Fastest first sector from ourselves in the GTR. I'll be honest with you, I don't like to be too big-headed. I'm normally alright around here. But then I can also make some absolutely catastrophic errors. Which is what we're guaranteed to make in this video, but we're only 6 seconds off the lead. And although we're P8, which is not utterly fantastic result, we're now P7, which is a little bit better. So there we go. That was good timing. Clearly a bit of beef, I think, going on with those two there. Joe, how we doing? Hope we're all well. Stu, how we doing? Hope we're all well. How's things? All good, mate. All good. How are things with you? If I can talk in actual full sentences. We're not going to do that round the outside, are we? We almost went to go do that round the outside. Racing against, it seems, Nigel Mansell. Right, just a quick double check as well, is audio all okay? Because once again I have the huge air conditioning unit which is made for an office about 10 times the size of mine, but it is so desperately needed in this tiny office because it uses works up so much heat with the PlayStation and the lights and the console and the wheel and the laptops and the PCs and everything else, that we end up needing a unit for a 30-person office just to bring the temperature down. But that is rattling away in the corner there, so hopefully you can still hear me all alright. Right, do we start thinking about coming into the pits a little bit early? Because we're now starting to lose a little bit of time actually ending up battling with these guys here, which I wouldn't have been expecting. Night of the night, how are we, buddy? Hope we're all well. Whoa. Too busy reading chat, almost ending up on the grass as normal. We can see the podium up ahead though. How was the Top Gear thing in Scotland? It was really, really good. Depends which one you mean, because we've done 2 Top Gear things in Scotland now. Joe, we've done the race against the sun, which that is probably the one that I think you're talking about. And then we've since been back up to Scotland, and I'm keeping this very vague because all will be explained in the video, because we've adopted the Top Gear indestructible Toyota, but all will be explained on a video because that is the clickbait title that we are going with. So I will leave that one at that. But yeah, we've been back up to Scotland twice, and then in the space of a few weeks got 2 really good videos together, which we're very excited about. And then for our cheap car challenge, where we're trying to buy a car for 1,500 quid or less with Tim Williams, who is an amazing automotive content creator down in London, or on the outskirts of, I think. Amazing YouTube channel doing amazing car reviews. We are doing a cheap car challenge. He's bought, well actually we'll not say what he's bought, but that was meant to be getting delivered today. It's been pushed back tomorrow, where we're purchasing that car. And then I've resorted to Facebook Marketplace to get my car. So we can all take a guess at how that's going to pan out. And I'm possibly viewing that one tomorrow or at some point this week, which will be very good. And then what we're going to do with that is we're going to do a little fundraising thing, because it costs a lot to try and put these series together. So we're going to give everybody the chance, and this is all happening, this is not just ideas, pie in the sky stuff. This is actually happening. We're going to give everybody a chance with a raffle to win the cars that we've used in the videos. That was a huge amount of understeer there, which just came out of nowhere. Yeah, so we're going to be doing a raffle basically where everyone can win. I don't know if we'll do just give away both cars to the same winner. That would obviously be, maybe it's a little bit silly, but we'll probably do two raffles, and one wins one car, one wins the other. And that's going to be the plan, which we're very excited about. Or we might. This one's probably not going to happen, but we might give the cars away as a challenge if we do some sort of challenge on the channel where people have got to try and beat us doing something, or we create our own little mini league and the winner of the league wins a car. But I haven't quite decided, but I think we're going to do a raffle, and then at least everyone can chuck in 5 or 10 quid and possibly win themselves a 1,500 quid cheap car hot hatch. That has been used in some filming, which no one's going to care about. A video used in filming for a video that no one is going to watch. Sounds wicked. It certainly does. Well, I've spent 3 laps explaining it, so hopefully, hopefully I've sold you the dream, or the same dream that I'm living in at the moment. The Go Show here, going for a dive to the inside. Hopefully he's going to know that we are on the right hand side in the slipstream of the Genesis here. The problem is he can very easily hang that round the outside there now, and we're then going to have to hang this round the outside. Well, that's aggressive, because we were there. We've backed out to make sure we don't end up off the track. Looks like he's coping pretty well in the NSX there. Yes, the medical went well. I'm joking about the medical. I didn't race last night, but I thought today, can I get away with racing with a strapped up finger? And I just gambled and thought yes. So that was the medical test, really. It was just me going, how much of an idiot am I? And it turned out the answer was very much an idiot. So that's why we're now racing. And you will notice I'm trying to change gear with not my middle finger, which is the gear the finger that I normally use to change gear. So I'm trying to change fingers with like my two smallest fingers, make sure to keep this finger free. So it hasn't made too much difference. We're doing all right though, so I can't use it as an excuse, unfortunately. What did I cut it on? I cut it on a kitchen knife, like a massive kitchen knife. But you can't see the units behind me, or maybe you can, but the shelving units that's behind me, it was literally trying to hack out the cardboard that's behind it. It worked the first time where I just thought, can I just hack at this with a knife? And I managed to cut a little, to feed some cables through, and I managed to cut the hole and just like hack at it, and I was like, oh, that's perfect. Let's do it on the one a little bit higher up. And I was struggling with that one, so I decided, you know when you kind of like put your hand on something and like try and push it down, that's what I did, but I forgot that my other hand was underneath, so when it slammed and hit the bottom of the unit, I kind of looked and I thought, God, isn't it really lucky? I mean, that was just, I realised straight away, I was like, that's a stupid thing to do. Imagine if my finger was underneath that, and then I looked at my finger and seen that it was hanging off. I was like, well, at least I didn't feel it initially. And then it really started to hurt once I noticed. Why am I keep forgetting the braking zone there? I keep forgetting the braking point there. Getting that horrendously wrong. Right, it's still going to be heading on for a P6 here at the moment. We've got someone serving a penalty, which is going to put us right on the back of them here. I'm going to go for it this time. I'm going to go for it now. Please don't crash. Oh, that turned out to be an okay pit entry. Don't change tyres, don't refuel, let's go. Hopefully we don't drop down the order too much. Right, now, a quick question. On my Streamlabs, I've got a thing which says top fans, and it's telling me who's commented like the most or across all the videos, I'm guessing. Because Bill's been crowned number 2, apparently. Vicar, I think, had number 1. Which, I'll be honest, I'm surprised that that's not John, because John's on every single stream. But ironically, we don't have him on here at the moment. Vicar, absolutely up there. But yeah, do you guys see the little purple crown, or is that just me that's seeing that? Because I don't know what that feature is. I've never seen it before. Right, down to P9 here. We got the Spaniard serving with a penalty to serve this lap. And then we're right on the back of the Go Show, who was a little bit aggressive earlier in the NSX. Always lurking, you absolutely are. No, my fault, my fault, my fault, my fault. I got that wrong. I got that wrong. I got that wrong. My fault, my fault, my fault. That's awfully done, that. That was terrible from me. That was terrible from me. Absolutely terrible from me. And I've done the almighty sin of trying to avoid someone but going to the inside, which is where they're basically turning into. That was absolutely dreadful form from me, that. Now, stupidly, I was trying to... I was looking at the live chat as I was heading for the braking zone, which probably is not the wisest thing to do. It's best to keep your eyes on the markers. Don't do that too many times. Absolutely not. I'll try my best not to. Exactly. What a disaster. Right, we've got Hoshi beside us here. Oates comes out behind us, out of the pits. I hope that Go Show knows we're very sorry, or at least knows that it wasn't an accident. It wasn't deliberate, sorry, and was an accident, I should say. Oh! Yeah, I've messed this one right up. We've ended up back down in P11, which is where we started. We were... It looked like trying to battle for P4, P5 at one point. Oh, I'm gutted I missed last night. Yeah, the sprint races have been mega. They've been really, really good for British Art Foundation on the Sundays. I've enjoyed them a bit more as well now that I'm not streaming them, I've got to be honest, just because I can actually sort of properly take part in the race rather than trying to sort of commentate it as I go. So it's been really enjoyable to actually just race for the sake of racing, which has been really, really good fun. And I've been racing them in VR as well, which the 20-minute races means that I don't manage to get sick by the end of it, which is good. So yeah, been really enjoyable. Unlike that race in the end, which turned out to be awful. There we go. We'll brighten up the place as well, shall we? Right, also, I'll politely request some thumbs up if you agree with this idea, which I'm assuming we all will. Do we finally get on to doing 200 laps of Nürburgring 24-hour? Not now, obviously. Imagine. Just dive into... Yeah, we quickly... Before we finish the stream, we'll quickly do 36 hours. Yeah, I reckon it's about time. And I'm going to do it, double it up as a fundraising thing for this... double it up as a fundraising thing for the pilot series as well. Joe's saying, really enjoying the series of you trying to beat the world... Yeah, the real world lap times. That's been a lot of fun, that's been really good fun. So we've done 3 of them now. One of them really kind of like popped off. It's almost at 20,000 views. And I think that's because we titled it kind of like How Realistic is Gran Turismo. That one seems to have done pretty well. Which has been good. North Cypher rocks, absolutely. Rick saying, make it as an open lobby, let us join. That would be good. The only thing is I don't want to end up doing all of the laps by myself. I would still like to maybe have the AI, so you've got something to, I don't know, now and again lap and enjoy, or make it interesting. Because I'm thinking about doing it. I need to double check, because obviously Super GT and Rory have done it. I don't know if they've done it with full damage, but I'm reckoning that's the... So Super GT done it on GT Sport where there was no weather. Rory then done it on Gran Turismo 7 and had realistic weather on and full dynamic timing. And I don't know if he had full damage or not. But if not, I definitely need to do full damage. They didn't do full damage. Well, I need to do full damage, I reckon. Because can you imagine how many laps I put it into the wall and basically want to, like, end it all when I go into the wall at the start of a lap and have to limp around at, like, 10 mile an hour. Full damage, real slipstream, real weather, dynamic timing. I think I need to do the whole lot, the full shebang. Kicking the balls mode, yeah. That would make it the best. Well, that's what we got to aim for then, haven't we? So I reckon that's what I want to do. I wanted to do it as a fundraiser before we go do the big episode that we're doing for the channel, which is with Tim in this cheap car challenge, doing coast to coast, so doing both either side of the country. One side to the other in the cheap car challenge. I wanted to do it before then, but looking at the diary, I don't think I'm going to be able to. And I think it's actually going to be the last weekend of August. So I've got about 6 weeks. Unless I do it during the week, but I don't know if that's going to really work. Starting it on like a Monday and finishing it on the Tuesday night or whatever. I don't really know if that would be that good. So maybe, I don't know if a weekend is the best time to do it, really. And all that in road cars, oh my god, can you imagine? Yeah, can you imagine? Jeez. Right, what other cars are we going to try? I think I saw Jonathan saying the Huracan is quite nice. 458 as well, that never disappoints. I might actually jump in the Ferrari, to be honest. The NSX does look good. The G70 also looks good. I'm going to jump in the Ferrari first of all. And then we'll maybe do the other cars as well. Yeah, can you imagine if I'd done the 200 laps in, like, a Samba bus or something? Oh, sorry, Bill. Was you saying the Huracan? Right, we'll start off in the Ferrari. G70's best yet. I'll probably get onto that as well, I think, then. So my plan is we're probably going to finish at 9:30, because I've got a really horrible, grim, minging, awful, vile early start in the morning. So I was probably going to finish at 9:30 if we can. But if we're having such a good stream, I can't make any promises. I might, maybe, potentially, possibly, if we're lucky, or if you're unlucky, I might be convinced to do another. Right, what I like about the GTR is obviously, as much as it might understeer a little bit, I realise how much sometimes I prefer the understeer. This little bit of oversteer that we're getting from the Ferrari, it's got tremendous grip. Right, I think we can brake at the 50, can't we? There we go. I've been getting it wrong this whole time. Driving like a grandma. Had the best time in what? In the G70, Bill, sorry, or in the Lambo? And by the way, as well, when we were talking about there about the videos doing the racing against the real world, it's actually been really difficult to find videos, good quality videos of laps done by, or set world record laps. Difficult enough to find good quality videos. Difficult enough to find cars and tracks that are in Gran Turismo. That's what makes it so difficult. You realise just how much you're missing in Gran Turismo. In terms of cars and not necessarily tracks, but in terms of cars. Because we look at Spa, for example, we can easily find whatever the fastest GT3 lap is around Spa, but then chances are it's been done in something that isn't on Gran Turismo. So that's been a bit frustrating to try and figure out and find those ones that are doable. So if anyone knows any other suggestions, do let me know. I am all ears and we will absolutely give it a go, because it's been really good fun series to do that. Racing against the real world. Oh, I changed with the wrong finger. Oh, that really hurt. Oh, that really, really hurt. That really hurt. Oh, no. Idiot, idiot, idiot. Don't use that middle finger, you wally. Right, there we go. This will be a low 56. I don't know where that's actually at in terms of lap times. I'm assuming we want to be down into the 55s, potentially the 54s. I feel like I do okay around here in the races, but getting the absolute best lap time, there, everyone's into the 54s. I really do struggle. I don't have GT7. Can I win some Mars bars or chocolate if I win the raffle? Well, you win the car. An actual real-world car. And you're telling me you would rather, like, a dairy milk? Right, we're starting at the back on this one then. We're back up into the A plus lobbies now. What car? I can't. We're not going to share that at the moment because we don't actually have them. I do want to keep it a secret for the video. But then we probably will have to announce it on the raffle page anyways. So, but we don't have the cars, so I actually don't know yet. We've got one getting delivered tomorrow, but it's getting checked at the garage before we sign for it and purchase it. Right then, let's see how we get on. Brake balance all the way to the rear, because we were trying to desperately protect the fronts. Go! Oh, not very good reactions on that one. I can't even try and block Cafe off here. What's happened to the launch that we used to get from the Ferrari? It used to be the best for traction. Maybe it's just the idiot behind the wheel. Right, I think I'm definitely going to go for the undercut. It's probably worth trying, isn't it, while we're at the back of the grid. Are we going to get around the outside here? Always going to hold on to that one, wasn't he? Do we think we go for the undercut? Dark King, how are we doing? Undercut, yes or no? What do we reckon? Strategy on the pit wall. Give me some thoughts, give me some ideas. Right, I might not be able to get into the pits yet. No, we're going to go for it. No, I've hit him there. I'm so sorry, buddy. That was my fault, that one. That was my fault. That was my fault there. I've launched him into the pits. That's no good. Right, we're going to have to make sure that this Marizo gets past us. And that is totally my fault. Yeah, don't use the middle finger. Thank you, Darky, for the donation. Very, very kind. What an absolute hero. Thank you so much, buddy. We're going to wait, make sure that this guy gets back past here. I was making sure that he hadn't quit. So we're going to let him back through here. Where is he on here? We're going to have to wait and wait and wait. We're going to let him back past. But this idea of an undercut now is pretty much out the window. Sorry, Dark King. I feel like I brushed over that donation there because I was making sure we give the place back to this guy. So thank you so much. It helps more than you will possibly know, donations on the channel. It's not the reason that I do or we do the live streams. Just making sure he gets past here. There we go. Yeah, it's not the reason that we do it. It absolutely helps the channel more than anyone will ever know. Sparks, how we doing? Once again, Sparks tunes in just as we've absolutely rocketed someone into the pit wall, or the pit lane, or the wall on the pit lane, and joins us right at the back of the grid once more. Oh no, I'm afraid I can't help you there, buddy. That one's not on me. That one I cannot help. That one was not me launching you into the wall, and therefore I think we're going to have that one. Oh, he's understeered off as well. Well, that was worth giving him the place back for. At least we can say we now have a guilt-free conscience, at the very least. Sparks, what was your big announcement today? Because I tuned in a couple of times, but I only had a... well, the first stream, I don't know if that went down, because then you've done a part 2. And I managed to get onto that very, very briefly. But what was the announcement? I am keen to know. Is it that you're going full time? Oh, partner with SimLab. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, buzzing for you, mate. What an absolute treat that is. No. Unbelievable scenes, Jeff. I'm trying to read this at the same time as doing Autopolis, which is never really a good idea, as we found out in the last race as well, really. Sent you a P1X Pro and a bespoke seat as well. Oh, mate, honestly, you're absolutely smashing it, mate. It is actually mental to think that obviously yourself and plenty of others are well ahead of me, but from down here looking up, it is it is mental to see people doing so well from from Gran Turismo, from a game, from sim racing. It is delightful scenes. Unlike this race, which is turning out to be quite the tragic state of affairs already, and we're only on to lap 3. Very bizarre. Not at all, mate. It's well deserved. The channel is mega. Your content is mega. Streams especially are hilarious. I tuned on as you were telling someone to get a wash earlier today. I missed the context, but you told someone to go outside and get a wash, and that made me chuckle. Right, all we can try and do now is just close this gap to the leader as much as we can, which hopefully means that when everybody's pitted and all is said and done, we might maybe grab a position or 2 back. But the only people... Oh my god, I've done it again. I'm not a fan of this Ferrari. Getting it, like, slowed down versus the GTR. Either it means the GTR was going much slower at the point you hit the brakes, or the brakes are better. I suspect maybe the Ferrari's a smidge quicker in the straight lines, but it just seems like I'm struggling to get it under control or at a point where you can get it turned in. I definitely prefer the GTR here, because every single time I'm running wide in the Ferrari. I mean, it is definitely more the driver's fault, let's be fair, but let's just blame the car. You don't see Lewis Hamilton saying it's because he's crap. He is definitely blaming the car, so I'm going to do the same when it comes to the Ferrari. Oh my god, stop with the understeer. I mean, if I just take a corner slower, maybe I'll get rid of that, but I felt like I could push a bit more in the GTR, which I wasn't expecting to be saying. Ferrari's a little loose, absolutely. It still stops quickly enough, but it feels like you need to be going a little bit slower in this than in the GTR to get it to a point where it's comfortable enough to turn in. There's no denying still, the Ferrari's tremendous out the corners though. Seeing some of that, we're still gaining time to the leader quite consistently out of the corners. I can't believe I'm now being waved. Is that me being waved blue flags? There's nobody lapping me though, is there? So are they just telling me to get out the way because I'm crap? Yeah, it got... Oh my god, there we go as well. Just at the slightly higher speed it struggles to turn in as well. But then you overcompensate by braking way too early on the rest of the corners as well. Right, the Ferrari is getting sacked off as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, at the start it was a little bit sluggish, which is annoying because that used to be its one main party trick. Like, particularly the Group 4. Didn't it? It used to fly off the line no matter what. Mahim, how are we doing? Hope we're all well. Good to see you live streaming again. It's good to be... It is good to be live streaming again. Even though we only missed a week, but it feels like a lifetime. I am never getting this race back, I don't think. I mean, I was starting from the back anyways, and this whole undercut was meant to move us forward without fighting, saving all the time, and it has done none of it. Oh my days. Well, at that point I was just committed, but that was stupid. Lambo does as well, but great in the race. Yeah, I was going to try the Huracan. I mean, if I just keep driving like this, it's pointless even racing. Never mind trying different cars. In the last stream I was smart enough to listen to you. Which one was it that you'd recommended? Because every time you recommend the Z4, I'm going to start ignoring that. But there was actually a stream where the Z4 was not the worst car of the lot. And that might be the one that you're talking about, Bill. Oh, Sparks. Look at this. The guy is too kind. What an absolute hero. Thank you so much. 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10. Yeah, set that little stream goal. I might regret that because if we hit that, then I am committed to the 200 laps of the Nürburgring. Then I have a feeling I'm going to probably try and do it anyways, but I will immediately regret it. Oh, Fuji! Yes, yes, yes. We had some good races there. Yeah, yeah. The Z4 was actually all right, wasn't it? Yeah. I then took back all bad words I've ever said about the Z4. It was a weird one, that one, I think, because we didn't get like great race results, did we? But it was still like good races, which is more often than not all you can ask for. Spox, you've gone in for another one. 3 out of 10. Oh, thank you so much, buddy. What a hero. Let's not start that, though. I might live to regret that. I was trying to look at dates for when we actually inevitably do the 200 laps of the Nürburgring. And penciled in at the moment is the last weekend of August. I think that's when it's looking likely. Unless we do a midweek 200 laps of the Nürburgring, but I don't know if that's possible. Right, are we ever going to get any... Oh my god, he's gone 4 out of 10 now. No! Mate, stop that now. Far too kind. Now we're getting silly. Right, 37.4. But good chaps, I think, he won't have been in the pits, and I don't think the guy behind him has. So then we'll have our true gap to the leader, I think, at the end of this lap or the end of the next one. See where we're at. And then hopefully the next race can actually just be good. I think I needed third there as well. Give them plenty of time to prep, yeah. I'm definitely up for doing it. It needs to be done. But, I mean, God, I've only been doing this an hour now, and I'm already get uncomfortable and warm and kind of, you know. Not that I'm looking at the clock waiting for the stream to finish. That's never the case. But more often than not, I end up out of steam before anything else. Point and case right there. Or case and point, however the saying goes. Look at that, and 54.9. An hour fastest in the race being a 57. I would say we're still a bit off the pace. Smashing turn one though. Bandage on finger, not quite. I've got a couple of the strips just to... I mean, I don't want to be too minging, but there's quite a massive cut in my finger where... Yeah, I don't want to go into the details, but it's a bit disgusting, I'll be honest. Box for wet. Yeah, let's actually do that. Very good idea. We are checking. We will come back to you. We are checking. I did have a bandage on the finger all week, but then I took it off because literally it was actually getting uncomfortable. Oh man. I'm being a right wally on that corner and I can't quite work out why. There's just something that doesn't feel quite right about the Ferrari in that high speed. So it's a slight touch of the brakes, which just... You need to be off the brakes altogether in this Ferrari to actually get it turned in. It feels like any amount of braking input just stops the car from reacting to any steering input, even though the brake balance is all the way to the rear. Now was the time to box for wet tyres. Box, wet tyres are ready. To be fair, actually, maybe that's the... I'm starting to realise now, maybe that's the quicker way, is having to just be in the lower gears in the Ferrari, really force the car to settle itself, and then try and just flatten it out of the corners. I don't quite know, because I still lost a lot of time there as well. Yeah, this is the horrible one here. Not too bad there. Once, if you drop it down to third, which I didn't really think I wanted to be doing, but dropping it down to third maybe just helps keep it together. Whereas you're in fourth in the GTR there, and you're staying in fourth. Well, that was a learning experience. In which I didn't learn that much. Dreadful. Turned out to be our fastest lap that though. I think I've sort of almost worked that one out in the end. I think we probably jump in the G70, I think. How many laps of the Nürburgring would I have done at this point? We're 1 hour into the stream. Right, that was utterly dreadful. But let's not worry about that. Right, what do we do next? Must be the water. I didn't see that message. Right, do we try the G70? The GTR still seems like it's a good option though, a good car. Good motor. Let's go for the G70, we'll give this one a go. Right, let's see how we fare up in this. We're going to have enough time to get 3 laps in here. So, what we normally do during our quali sessions, the regulars will know. Get your guesses in. What will our quali time be? Free t-shirt from the merch store if you get it correct. If you can also let me know the best braking point there, that would also help. How does that, I mean, it sort of does turn. It feels like it turns a little bit better than the Ferrari, I'm not going to lie. The throttle-induced understeer is pretty bad, however. So it turns going into the corners when you're off the throttle. Oh, I've done it again! It turns when you're going into the corners. But it just doesn't manage to turn going out the corners when you're trying to get your power down. Right, braking at the 50 just to see. Yeah, that's all good. Half an hour quali. I mean, it might be needed, to be fair. It's probably not a bad idea. Oh, just as I was turning in there, I felt my hand hit the brake paddle, the shift paddle. Right, that's down into the 55s. 55.6, so we need to take off, well, a fair chunk of time there really still. But let's try and get as low the 55s as we can do. Three tenths up, come on. I'm in the wrong gear there, I think. Oh, I've got that braking point all wrong. Might be able to recover it though on the down run. Come on. Three and a half tenths. 4 tenths. Three tenths. Back down to 3 tenths now. Oh, a bit too early on the power there. Is that going to be enough? Not quite. It's still going to be 2.5 tenths. Right, one more lap. Come on. Guesses in. Guesses in. 55 flat. That's 3.5 tenths improvement we'll need to make from where we're at now to make that happen. One tenth up. 2.5 tenths up, 3 tenths up, back down 2.5. Is that going to be a 10th? That's a 10th taken out there as well. So 55.251 is the best that we manage. Did anyone guess 251? Oh, Mahim was close with 281. Mahim saying it was a typo. I bet. Meant to say 251. Right, where are we starting here? P9, P9. Did you really cut your finger or did you use something else? I don't know if you can actually, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on here. Would you be able to see? Would it actually focus on my hand? And even then, I don't know. I don't think you can quite see it really. Probably not. But it's a big cut, and it's like a horrible, massive chunk. Ugh! Taking out my finger. Right, P8, P8, P8. Let's go. Oh, apparently now it says that Sparks has gone up to #1 fan on Streamlabs. I don't think you guys, again, I don't think you guys actually see that. Unless you do, I don't know. Right. Here we go then, hoping for the best. Expecting the worst, but hoping for the best. Go. A little bit slow. Not necessarily off the line. The car's quick off the line, but I was thinking I was a bit slow to react there. Couple of guys with some better getaways. Carl is absolutely flying. We're going to get hit there. Now, we braked very late there, and I almost thought I was going to run wide. And then somehow people still end up hitting us. So if we outbraked, God knows how late they braked. Right, I think everyone has decided or realised that the Genesis is the way to go. Bit of contact there. Oh, and contact there. Oh my God, still getting hit. Right, I don't know if this is one of those tracks where it actually... It's not really worth sitting behind being in the slipstream, because it feels like you lose more time battling people in the corners, and this section here, you just lose so much time. But maybe, just maybe, it's worth sitting behind them for the slipstreams. I don't quite know how it works out across a whole lap. It never feels like it's worth sitting behind people though. It only ever feels like you catch up. So I will take people's best judgments or thoughts on this one. Do we pit early? I'm not going to go lap 1 because if there's people pitting in front of us who are going to slam their brakes on, like we had on the last one, we will learn from that. But we'll maybe go lap 2. Bill saying pit, but just don't murder someone again. Yeah, well, we'll give that a bash. We'll maybe pit the next lap then. Don't go too early. Right, I'm going to get one to the inside again here. Just hopefully we don't get clobbered on this curve like we did on the last lap, which put us off the track. Right, round the outside with a little bit of help from some contact from behind to push us out of the corner. But otherwise all nicely enough done. Right, this guy's going to... Oh, I thought he was going to serve a penalty there. He's not. It'll be next lap for him. There we go. Look at this. So much time again lost here. I'm going to try and hang this round the outside. Is it going to work? Not quite. It never does. And then much more time being lost, being sat behind them as we're finding out. Oh, that was a bit of a lag. That was a horrible lag. That was a horrible, horrible lag. Right, don't change, don't refuel. Let's just pit now. Gonna do our best here. Go! Right, forever just got to be watching that big number in red now. And we want to try and pull that down as much as we can, or just keep it level. Because if we're matching the pace of the leader, it can only mean that we're closing to the guys behind him. Or most of the time it does anyway. Oh, now I'm starting to drive like a wally. I do feel like I need third gear there. Look at that. We've just climbed 20 miles an hour in fourth gear and still nowhere near within the range of the gear that we need. It's probably one of the most boring sentences I think I've ever said in my life, that. To the point where even I switched off halfway through. Right, well, we've got one jump out the pits. 24.8 is the gap to the leader as well. Constantly watching that number. 24.8. It's gone up to 24.9. We've lost time. This is not very good. Right, 24.9. The gap has stayed the same to the leader, which, as I say, in theory should mean that we'll be closing up, mostly closing up to the people behind him. .1, losing quite a bit of time in that final sector. Definitely not Bill. Short shifting is the way forward in the Genesis. Woo! I promise you. You can see it even in the speed of that the numbers climb on the bottom, the actual speedo. All of the power is in the very bottom of the gear. Gap back down to 24.9. Still hovering around that 25-second mark for the gap, which I'll take that. That's not too bad, considering this is a very quick lobby and a quick set of drivers on the front row. I think they might have been switching order as it goes, actually. Right, mid-56 laps for us, which is still not quite great. That was dreadful. Lost a lot of time there. Right, and we got someone behind us as well, yeah. .5. The gap to the lead. Oh no, I'm gonna cause a huge amount of understeer there. That's not good. Not good. You can see why I love this track so much. The slight differences in lines that you're able to take in this track can make all the difference. Oh, here we go. Big chunk of cars now. Big chunk of this racetrack now just come out of the pits. We can see as much as P7 in front of us, but that's it for now. We'll try and get to the inside here if we can. Try and hang this on what will then become the outside. Not quite going to happen. Great battling though. However, we're now losing more and more time to the leader. Not that we're racing for the race win, but in terms of those positions further up ahead. I know what you're saying there, Bill, but again, don't forget that this is then under the balance of power that it puts on this track, which then I can tell straight out and feel it's quicker short shifting, not by much, just around about that halfway mark. Oh, that might be track limits there. That's going to be a brutal one if it is track limits. That's going to be... yeah. Yeah, knew that was... I knew that was coming there. Typical. Typical, 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 typical. Right, come on. Going to be P10, but to only end up being 10 seconds behind the leader is not too bad, if I may say. It's just weird that it's 10 P10. Frustrating here, obviously, that I'm now going to serve a penalty and probably end up last on the grid, which will be mega frustrating. John, how we doing? Hope we're all well. I'm going to try and nab one of these into the final corner. If I can just do enough to get to the inside, it's not quite going to happen. Fair play. Fair play. Staying out in the slip is the strat next race, yeah. Yeah, maybe it is after all that. Excuse me, after all that. Maybe it is. The G70 wasn't too bad. I quite enjoyed it though. I'm not too sure. What do we reckon? We'll do one more race. One more race. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Sorry, I've actually got Tim messaging who's doing the video with us, the Cheap Car Challenge. And what an absolute legend he is, by the way. Right. By the way, these are two really good daily races as well, which we've just never even looked at. Red Bull X, 2014, Daytona, Carnage. Group 3 at Lago Maggiore, not so much Carnage, but still. Right, put the livery on the Lambo. Right, yeah, we've got the Lambo, so we'll jump straight on that. There we go. Right, this is gonna be the last one, so hopefully this Lambo's good. It better be good. Here we go. See how we get on. Oops. Right, guess us in. Guess us in on quali. Right, feels like the Lambo turns quite nice there. 55.2, I can't say if that says 55.233 or 223, but somewhere around there. I need to do a better job of getting off the brakes there. I'm just going to absolutely try and thrash this around this track. Yeah, good on the brakes as well there, so I can brake even a little bit later than what we have been in the other cars. Which makes sense because the G70 is about the same weight as 2 Lamborghinis, so... Oh, yes. This Lambo does feel so much quicker and so much nicer to drive, but it just feels weird that it's not been really seeing the top times. But for the race, this feels quite nice. 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 55.6. I reckon we can work with that. I think we can work with that. Right, yeah, we're definitely not short shifting this car, I know that much. I thought I was going to quite easily find time in this thing, but I haven't yet. Right, that's a 10th taken out there. This next lap, maybe we could be a little bit quicker, but we'll not have enough time to cross the line. Yeah, with that, right, I'll be back in 2 seconds. We've got enough time. 2 minutes. Why did that feel like the longest wee I've ever had in my life? Right. Too much information, I'm sure. Right, let's see how we get on. Starting P10. Come on, Lambo. Go. Ah! Sluggish again, off the line. I love a grid start though. Every race should be a grid start. Simple as that. Oh! SWB, I'm sorry. Around the outside of two of them. Ah! Oh. Oh. Oh, no, you can't move across. He moved across on us. That one's a bit. That one's a bit. Oh. He did turn in onto us there. I think that one is fair to say. It all happened very quickly. Let me know your thoughts. You guys can rewind and watch that one again. Oh, stewards, what do we think? Oh, he's braked very early there. This guy in the NSX. Stewart's decision, let me know what you think. The Lambo definitely feels a lot better, but is it quicker is the question. Yeah, it does, Bill. I don't brake absolutely fully, because if we do, then you're triggering the ABS. So then I try and brake. It normally ends up being, yeah, 50, 60, 70%. And then you manage to actually slow down a bit quicker. But well, there we see I braked fully, as in foot to the floor. And then we're triggering a lot of ABS. I feel like my braking got the best that it was once I started driving without the ABS, and then it made you realise just how easy it is to lock the brakes. Oh, do you mean my throttle? Sorry, or brake? When you say the brake at the start, what do you mean? Because the brake at the start, I wouldn't have been fully braked. It's just enough to not make the car move forward. Otherwise, you've only got to move your foot more to try and get the car off the line. Braking doesn't hit 100%. Yeah, I know, but I intentionally don't brake at 100%. If that's what you mean. I'm not sure exactly what you do mean. If you're referring to the brake throttle here, the brake trace on the left-hand side, like I'm purposely not doing 100%. Around the outside of here would be ludicrous. Oh, bit of contact. Oh, bit of contact again. That one can't really be That second one can't really be helped because I can't go any... he's going to hit us there as well. I can't really go any further left, can I? Because there's grass there. So that one feels a little bit strange. I have to try and work out what you mean then, Bill, because the braking's never quite going to... Because where you see the white bar, it's the same when you've got traction control on. If you put your foot to the floor, you start to see like 50, 60, 70% of white, and then the red on top is where the ABS is doing the rest. Or is showing you how much you're not able to brake, because how much is being taken away with the ABS. So you can see there it goes up and down. We've been hit again here. It goes up and down as the ABS is on and off. Right, someone's gone. I was just going to say how's his rejoin, but I think we're going to pass him before he is anywhere near rejoining the track, thankfully. Yeah, at the start, I put as little brake on, so it's just enough to make the car not move. So that I don't then have to lift my foot all the way off the brake on the start, on the launch. It only really matters on the grid starts, obviously. Right, we're battling for a slipstream now. I'm potentially just going to have the better of it. Oh! How's that happened? Where did that contact come from? I mean, it was the guy behind, but I don't feel like either of us really moved our line too much there. Like, him included, I don't think we... Didn't seem like we did, but obviously we've made contact somehow. Right, P6 and 7 in front of us. Having a bit of a scrap. I see what you're saying, Bill. Yeah, no, we don't have that issue, thankfully, because that sounds like a bit of a nightmare. But yeah, I tried driving once without the ABS on, and honestly, it made you realise then how much more careful you need to be, and how easy it is, obviously, for the ABS to trigger So that made me realise kind of like the importance of just making sure that you get as much out of the braking as you can without triggering the ABS, or as little as possible. Look at that, 10th taken out to the leader on that turn 1. That was a good turn 1. Possibly be a little bit of second gear there, maybe. Maybe it's not quite. That's going to be a penalty. That is going to be a killer. Both of us are going to have penalties there. Yep. Which surely is unfair, because tell me what advantage was gained from that. That's my fault, that one. That's my fault, that one. Oh, he's gone into the pits. I was going to try and bump draft him there. That was my fault. A little bit of contact there. Bad form from me, really. Right, come on, still trying to hold on to this P7. I've been very quiet and very boring in this race, but I am concentrating very hard. And it's still not getting me anywhere. I feel like I'm more so concentrating on not using my dodgy finger to change gears. I feel like that's taking up most of the brain and willpower at the moment. I'll go in next lap. We'll go in next lap. A few people into the pits there. We're going to temporarily run on the podium. We're obviously not going to get to hold and keep the podium, sadly. That's going to be another penalty. That is going to be the killer now. That is going to be the killer now. Why, when I'm running wide, do I keep my foot in it like that? What a wally. What a proper wally. Right, go, go, go. Let's see how far down the grid we drop. Hopefully not too far. This is going to be the last race, definitely last lap of the stream. Fingers crossed we don't drop down too far. Can we still get a top 8 finish? They're all going to fly past us on the pits here. We're going to be very lucky if we manage that. That's P7 now. Ah, there's P8 there, and we've got a half-second penalty. This is going to be difficult to hold on to say the least. Borderline impossible. The best case is that we still end up in a top 10 after this penalty. Hopefully they cost each other a bit of time. Whilst we desperately try to run as far ahead as we can. Half-second penalty. Can we stay in front? Maybes we do. Maybes we do. Go, hold on to it. P7, there we go. Right, that will round out the stream quite nicely. Great little race, that. Great little race, not too bad at all. Really, really enjoyed that one. We've not, that's not too bad. I'll take that one. As far as a daily race C, without still much practice goes, let's not, you know, not too shabby. Right, I've just only seen, only because it came up on PayPal here, and I missed it on the stream. Mahim, thank you so much. 33 minutes ago, and I didn't even see the donation from Mahim. Mahim, are you still on the live? Are you still on in chat there? I am so sorry that I never seen that come through on the chat, on the stream. We must have just started this race, or we must have just been finishing the last one. I am so sorry. Please do let me know that you're still on here, and that you haven't left thinking I've been very ignorant and rude. Please do let me know. I want to say a big thank you. What an absolute hero. Thank you to Sparks as well for the... he's desperately trying to get it up to the 10... the 10 little donation goal. What a hero. And a huge thank you to Mahim. I need to remember, if he's in the next stream and not in this one, and in the next stream, to say a huge thank you. What an absolute hero. There we go. I think that's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for tuning in. All of the donations going forward are going towards our pilot series, and I will mention this every single stream going forward now. You can see the overview of the pilot series on our channel. I made a little video which explains what it is that we're trying to do, and then the donations and sponsors that we're trying to get for that. So you can go find out a little bit more about that. We're recording that this year. We're in the middle of doing that this year. Really, really exciting, because that is what this channel's been actually built for. And we're going to go out into the real world with some cheap car bangers as part of one of our videos and challenges. And that is going to be the start of something very exciting. So I'm really excited to see it all coming together. Thank you all so much. And yeah, I will catch you all in the next video. As John quite rightly says, toodles!